Welcome, everyone, to this new week. And so, this is the introduction of the subject that will move along every day. And the subject is this great peace. It took me a lot of hours to prepare that 5 minutes moment together because the subject was reaching out within to something that was causing some sadness, and you'll see why as we move along. So like I told you a few times, I'm walking the same path that you are, and we're doing it together. So this week we'll be invited to dip in within to reach out to this great peace that is a powerful tool to change ourselves and the world. So those little morning video, they're a step day after day to bring ourselves into this, what I call a consciousness rendezvous, so that we can be good to one another and co-create that world that we all desire. So let's jump in. And I'm looking at my notes, and I'm trying to see if I used to do them in French and then in English. And this week, I want to try to see if I can just have them in French and translate it as I'm moving along with the subject. And if it's too conflictual, too crazy, too long, I'll put them in English. So I'm just doing a test. So this week, the goal of the week is to understand that our heart temple only want to be in contact with life. Grasp that in. Our heart temple only wanted to be part and experience life. So to be able to go there, we're going to be invited day after day to explore any way that we can think of to create and bring back peace within and around us. Okay? Peace is the harmony between two forces, two opposite, conflictual. I would say contraire, but I think opposite. It's pretty much the main concept. But the peace is the harmony between two opposite in anything, within myself, within the other, within each and one of us, and around the world. So this week, we're going to invite our personality that has a rebellion aspect, that is in pain, stressed, fear, tired, and with our everyday ritual that everyone has to maybe put a little bit more rest, more silence, more a retreat moment, we're going to invite that part of ourselves to move within voluntarily with us, with our consciousness, and like a consciousness rendezvous, and meet with our unity of consciousness. That's the only way we're going to manage to create more peace. We need to unify those two so that from the unity of consciousness, we can find within this space, and there's no surprise, it is in our heart temple. And from here, we're going to be able to see, to hear, to feel more profound, more wider of any suffering from the conflict, contradiction, and we'll find a little something that we kind of know already, but we'll be able to feel it with a more deeper understanding that everything comes from the same source. So everything that seems really opposite, without any solution, the real black and white, the real high and low, the real feminine and masculine, the farthest conflicts can be within and without. We want to be able, from that place within that unitive consciousness, to sense that it's all coming from the same source. So, what are we going to gain from that? That will allow us to choose to nourish, to choose to focus and take care and act on what's beautiful, what's pure, what's true, what's real justice, fair, and will act with love, kindness, compassion. Will act from the real, from the right part within. It doesn't mean that things will go away. It means that from the ability to see through, we'll choose to act on. And this is where we want to go. So this week, as a conclusion, we want to keep in mind that this is our real power within. It is the ability to choose. Everything is part of the same. Everything comes from the same. My power is to choose to act on the good and really choose to not nourish any conflict. So our proposal is to develop a profound vision of the peace, in which this peace will replace the madness that we see in the world, and that the hatred will change into love. So that's the goal. That's the goal of the week. That's just it. For some people, this week will be really challenging within. It will speak to you from that inner conversation within, inner voice. Some people will feel it from what we see around the world that we're living at the moment. And for me, what has been challenging the last few days, moving into this week, is the consciousness of this absurd way of living altogether in so many conflict, because we don't know what anyone is really feeling. We don't know how they're coming out, what is the background, how they see the world. And because we are lacking of information, we create perception of division and we judge each other from it. And it creates pain, real pain. And I got hit by that consciousness, and felt a profound sadness this morning that I'm going to have to work with and grow from it so that I can be a better human. So that's what we'll do together this week. So I'm going to send you in a few minutes Sunday, what's the subject of Sunday, and we walk this week with this inspiring message of finding the peace that we create something better for every one of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.